What's going on, champs and champets? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit of some of the more recent quests we've actually obtained in Fortnite, since, we're kind of in a dry era. Epic Games is back from their vacation and everything, but we got like 5 days left until the next game update. So without further ado, let's go over to the quest menu, and then let's go through here. Lego Fortnite Expedition still shows up. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that. Anyways, as we go through here, we have all these different quest categories. Did that just crash my game? All right, like I was saying, for some reason, I guess the Bleach collaboration is in my miscellaneous quest category instead of in the Blitz Royale quest category, so that was a little weird. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about Fortnite Reload, because with Fortnite Reload, we got a brand new set of quests called Map Mastery. If we go in here, you can see that these have a few different objectives for you to actually do. By completing quests, you can unlock some free rewards. 2 quests, you get this emote, or I guess this spray right here. For completing 4 quests, you get this spray. For completing 6 quests, you get this emoticon. 8 quests, you get this emoticon, and then once you get to 10 quests, you actually get a really cool color bars wrap, and for 12 quests, you get the little street sweeper emote. But in order to do these quests, you have to actually go through multiple different maps, being the Venture map, the Surf City map, and the Oasis map, with one goal in mind: eliminate players. Now, as you can see right here, there's 4 stages of each. For completing all 4 stages, you get 4 progress on this actual thing, and it goes up to 12, so 4, 8, 12. So you have to do all 3 maps fully through in order to gain every reward, including the wrap, and of course, including the emote. And one of the things about it is, if you do, for example, 8 of the quests, sure, that's possible, but you still have to start progressing the second, or I guess like that final stage or whatever else, in order to get at least the wrap, if that's the main thing you care about. So you might be wondering, what even are the other quests? Now, if you're someone who's been playing Reload, you probably already know about these quests. I started doing it a little bit, then I was just like, I don't really care too much. But these quests are to eliminate players. So stage 1 is eliminating 30 players. Stage 2 is actually placing in the top 10 times on each of the maps. Stage 3 is to eliminate 50 players, and then stage 4 is to actually get 2 victory royales on that map. Meaning, if you want to go ahead and unlock, let's just say, you know what? Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say you do everything except for the 2 victory royales on one of the maps, so you get everything up to the wrap. In order to do that, you would need 240 eliminations split across all 3 maps, being 80 eliminations per map. You would need to get yourself 30 top 10 placements, with 10 of those being on each of the maps. And then you would also need to go ahead and you would actually need to go ahead and get 4 victory royales, 2 on one of the maps and 2 on one of the other maps, and that would get you all the way up here to this wrap, not including the emote. It is something that honestly I feel is a lot of effort. Now sure, after you get the 30 eliminations on the map, getting the top 10s seems pretty easy. I mean, it's Reload, there's a lot of deaths, it's smaller paced, or I guess smaller player counts anyways, so it would be probably pretty easy to get top 10s, but it does feel like a grind of going into matches over and over and over and over again. And of course, if you get like a victory royale or something, that's not going to actually progress, the victory royale quest. It's only going to progress that top 10 quest. So you have to slowly do it over and over and over again over time, to the point where I feel just like the Winterfest cabin, this quest line was made to just keep player retention higher. I'm not for sure why, but it's just something I've been noticing more and more recently with Fortnite as they've continued to go on, is the retention rate that they've been trying to do. We have squad up quests where you have to play squad matches or whatever else. You have to actually, eliminate stuff, and these don't really drop that often. There was one match I played where I found like 3 of them, and one of them despawned, and then another match where I found a decent amount of them, but these are so slow to actually spawn that it feels like the only reason they're here is to make you play the game longer. But while that's going on, you also have the map mastery quest, which will just make you want to play the game longer in order to get all of these. Not only that, you have to wait for the specific map you want to be in the rotation for that actual day. You have the battle pass quest, which require you to actually play all the different modes, so battle royale, reload, and blitz royale, in order to get some of the other variants and reactivity. You have the ranked quest right here, which I haven't actually looked at. Place top 10 in ranked battle royale 25 times, or eliminate 150 players in ranked reload, or eliminate 3 players and place top 10 in a single match in ranked battle royale or reload 10 times. That is very specific. But it's like all of these quests, especially at least for like the ranked category, but it just seems like all of the quests we've been getting recently for the wintertime and the Winterfest event itself have been designed in a way to keep us playing the game for as long as possible, while there really isn't that much content going on. Because, certain things here, like eliminate 3 players and place top 10 in a single match 10 times. That is so oddly specific. I don't think we really had any quests that were really that oddly specific before, except for ones that are like, oh, follow the treasure map to the specific location for a battle star. But here, it's not like a one-time thing, right? You know, this is the type of quest I could see being, you know, a 0 out of 1 to do. This is a do this 10 times in order to actually complete it thing, and you have to do all 3 in order to get the skin. So you have to place top 10 25 times, place top 10 with 3 eliminations 10 times, and eliminate 150 players in ranked reload in order to get all the rewards here, and it just feels so wonky to me. Not only that, but if we go down here, we have quests like eliminate 100 players in Ranked Battle Royale or Reload in order to get a Contrail, win 50 rounds in Ranked Ballistic in order to get a wrap, and there's also another wrap, or maybe 2 wraps that are out here somewhere for Reload and Battle Royale, but I'm not really for sure if those are going to show up here or not. But they have a lot of weird stuff kind of just going on here that seems to be dedicated towards getting you to play for as long as possible in order to get some rewards that honestly aren't the best. Because let's say you just get 60 eliminations in Reload, you know, 30 on each of these maps. That is 3 progress. You get 1 spray for that, right? Let's say you go ahead and do every, or I guess not every quest, but let's say you go ahead and on 1 map, complete it all. You get 2 victory royales, you get to eliminate 50, by the way, sorry if anyone heard that, I just hit my microphone, but you eliminate 80 players total, you get top 10 10 times. Well, for completing 1 whole entire row of mastery, you get yourselves 2 sprays. You get yourselves the golden dragons and the dual dragons. And then if you complete 2 of them completely, you get 2 emoticons, right? You know, it's like very terrible rewards, but it just feels so like it makes me not want to work on this progress, because even though this wrap right here is super cool, I hope they sell it in the item shop or something later down the line, it just feels lame that, you know, I'm going to put in so much effort in order to getting, and also there's going to be less effort for other people, but I'm going to be putting in so much effort to get a spray on just for playing, you know, fully through on 1 map. And of course, I'm not going to be able to fully do it in 1 rotation. So by time, you know, maybe I have 29 eliminations or something like that, I'm going to be on the next map. And then, you know, it's a slow rotation. And then we're going to have a situation where I'm probably going to have progress and some eliminations across every other map because of it rotating out every so often. I'm not really for sure what the rotation is, but I think it's every 30 minutes. Or as you can see right here, there's a new map in 3 minutes. So if I was to start playing Venture right now, then sure, maybe I can get some progress, but then it's just going to rotate out, and then I'm going to have to go and start doing quests on the next map. And then, you know, any progress I get on Venture just won't matter because, you know, it's just not going to be there for me anymore. And I think that's my main complaint right now with Fortnite Reload, or I guess, you know, just all the quests recently, is Epic Games is focusing more on keeping people engaged playing the game as long as possible with, you know, some mediocre rewards for the early stages, and then the reward you actually want at the very end. And, you know, I understand psychology and all that stuff. It's made in that way in order for people to want to go ahead and grind out to get a pickaxe or a skin or an emote or a wrap or whatever else. But as, you know, just a normal player who doesn't really want to feel compelled to do all this stuff just because, you know, I like the TVC or TTV like aesthetic wrap or whatever else, I just don't want to do this anyways. I'm like, I would rather wait for it to come to the item shop and spend however many V-Bucks on it. That's just how it ends up feeling to me. I want to know if this is a common thing that, you know, you guys are feeling recently with Fortnite, especially during the Winterfest time and everything, where, for example, the Winterfest cabin, you know, you only got 1 present to open every single day. Usually the skins in the cabin, as far as I'm aware, used to be advertising some of the free rewards, but now all of these are basically shop skins or like Fortnite OG pass skins. And it just feels like everything's been turned around in a weird way, where if they made these exact same quests maybe a year or 2 ago, they would have made it a lot easier to actually get everything. They would have made it a lot more supportive of the generalized community, the generalized people who play this game, instead of making things fetch rewards. However, at the same time, I have heard the other side of the argument, and I have heard what some people say, by doing certain things like this, you know, by having certain rewards that require you specifically to, for example, get gold ranked battle royale, or get gold ranked in battle royale and all that type of stuff, it does create this after effect where it makes it more meaningful to get these ranked rewards. Not everyone's going to have them because you have to actually grind for those rewards. And I don't like, I mean, like, I don't think that's a bad idea. I like them having rewards that are more special to people who go ahead and grind out the different matches and all that type of stuff. Oh, there's the wrap right there. Is the other one down here? Yeah, you gotta get gold in both of those areas. but at the same time, they advertise it like it's available for everyone, especially in things that aren't even in the ranked category here. And it just feels like it's all made to turn everything competitive or something in a way, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I'm really going about, explaining this, but I hope you champs and champets enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow on another upload. So until then, peace out.